Hello,
How are you?
I'm fine. Yeah,
All
thankfully, yeah, I'm fine. I'm just getting better.
great, great. I'll just give you a short intro about myself. I am Smiley and I am working as a content executive at Digital Kolkata. And today I am going to take your interview.
Very pleased to meet you.
Same here, ma'am. I have heard so much about you, and it is my pleasure to interview you.
I was missing all these things with digital Golgappa, the activities. So I'm glad that I'm back after so long.
And we are glad
It feels good.
and you are getting better.
Getting better, yeah. Actually getting better. I still need to work on a lot, but I'm happy that I've come back. Being strong. It was very hard, but now I'm happy that I've come back strong and I've changed a lot as a human being. I've changed a lot actually. So I think there's a great opportunity. I'll be sharing a lot here right now.
Yeah, ma'am. Let's start.
Yeah.
Just tell us about yourself.
So I'm Madhurima, and I'm an educator by profession and writer. Also, I'm a visual artist. So I'm a published author as well. So I did publish a couple of poetry books earlier this year, and it went very well. And yeah, that's it about me. So I belong to South India region. I come from down south Hyderabad city.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so that's the thing. And now I'm just focusing a lot on getting better with health conditions. So whatever
That,
is there right now, everything is the updates of health, everything about health.
yeah, even I heard about it, and I'm sure be all right very soon. I'll pray to God for sure.
Actually, more than physical health, it took a toll on my mental health a lot, to be honest. After being attacked by COVID, after getting isolated for so many months, um,
Mm,
there were few people who were truly supportive. Very genuinely, they have supported me. Like, I'm extremely thankful to Team Digital Golgappa, to be honest. So even in the absence, they were like constantly sending me messages. You'll be getting better, ma'am. We are with you. So, and then my cousins, all of them, my family were standing by me. But at the same time, it took a toll on my mental health because there were so many negative things also I faced at the same time. But
mm,
everything is a learning lesson. Everything is a learning lesson. So when I came back from isolation, as a human being, I'm seeing myself evolving so much, and I'm also progressing a lot to be an intellectual person. And in this process, I'm understanding my mindfulness. Like I become too conscious. Instead of being too transparent, it is better to be discreet for some period of time. And I'm not ready yet to open up to the entire world. But
mm,
with Team Digital Golgappa, I'm very, very comfortable actually, because they do understand me. But still, I'm not ready to open up.
mm,
A lot of things are there to be spoken about. Like, for example, my upcoming
mm,
novel. So some people have left messages, what about your upcoming novel? I'm working on it. Only thing is that I'm just respecting my pace. Before that, I didn't respect my pace. I was so chaotic. Anguishness was there. I have to do something with novel. I was so anxious. I was racing. But now in the isolation, I learned so many lessons. Respect the pace, and then respect the journey, you know rather being so obsessed with fame and completion of work, something like that.
yeah.
So yeah, I'm just working on my mental state right now. Like, I'm so fragile. I'm sensitive for everything. I'm reacting for everything. So I'm crying, I'm breaking down, I'm melting down. All of this, the mental state is something very, very critical point that I don't want to disclose it to social media, because not many can understand.
Mm,
But so that's the thing. I'm just trying to suffer alone and trying to battle alone, because I want to see how can I do things by myself alone most of the time, rather than relying on somebody else. I want to see that innate power within me, so I'm manifesting it. Right now I'm in that process. And I think also, Smiley, because I'm very, very lucky in one point that I didn't lose my job. My job is still there. And because as an educator, I got the reputation that they don't want to, remove me from jobs. So that job is still there, and books are still there, and the project is still going on. But I'm just respecting my pace. Yeah.
It feels so great to hear what all you learned in this period, like not running behind things and fame and just respecting your pace and being there for yourself,
Yeah.
like not losing at any point of the journey.
Yeah, exactly. Because Smiley, what happened was before, when I was very opened up in social media, I used to be so active, in fact, hyperactive. At some point, social media is a very great platform, but at some point it can jinx you. And I felt that presence is that I need to present my poetry, short stories over there, not just getting influenced by some random posts and then getting obsessed about fame. So I was like that. I was very much obsessed with fame. I was deviated. And in isolation, when there was nothing, there was no digital world at all around me. And my cousins only handled my phone so far. There was nothing, no digital communication, only me with nature. And that healed me a lot. And then I understood that there are many things beyond social media, and that is like you being very strong, and you loving yourself is very, very important. Only then you can understand the journey of your life. And now I'm in that stage of life right now that I'm understanding my journey. This is very important. I have to understand my journey, actually speaking. And I didn't understand my journey. I thought that let's write poems, get likes, and then you're a big poet. To be honest, I'm not even established poet right now, to be honest. So I don't wanted to say myself like I'm established poet. I'm an established writer. I'm a great writer. So I don't want to acknowledge myself out loud now. I just wanted to be curious. Every time be curious. So rather than acknowledging that I'm knowing everything, I'm just telling to everybody that I don't know. I'm just curious. I just want to learn. So that is the thing. And most importantly, Smiley, I am very, very calm person, to be honest. I'm very introvert. I, I don't know how to communicate with people properly, to be honest. I don't know how to keep in touch also with people. It's not like intentionally I'm doing it, but most of them don't get it. They think that I'm rude. Madhurima is very rude. She doesn't talk. It's not like that, but I'm just introvert. So this chaos of social media was too much to handle. But in isolation, I got healed completely. And I finally realized that instead of pretending to be somebody and getting hurt by and getting hurt myself and hurting others, it is better to be myself and be good with everybody. Not don't hurt anyone. Just be yourself. By being yourself, it's like you are very good with people. When you're not yourself, obviously you'll end up hurting yourself a lot. So these are the things I learned in isolation, and I'm glad that I'm able to implement it. Instead of hurling it away, I'm implementing it, and I think I'm progressing it. So I just want to say that Team Digital Golgappa is marvelous in this stage. They are really supportive. So I didn't expect that actually, but they were so supportive, and even now they're very supportive. I'm so happy and blessed. I got such lovely people around still who are really understanding, and I don't want to take anybody for granted in this matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It it is so positive that you
Yeah.
took all of the journey in such a positive mindset, or else people just keep saying that I wish this did not happen with me, why me, this and that. But you took it
Yeah.
as such a mindset that I learned how to love myself and what is the world beyond the social media.
Exactly. So that's the thing I was stressing a lot while communicating with digital Golgappa. I'm away from social media. I'm away from social media. To be honest, after being away from social media, my life has become quite peaceful. I mean, this is my opinion. Those who are still, active on social media and still able to keep their own mental state in sanctity, they have they have my admiration towards that. But this is my way of keeping dignity, is that I can't handle the chaos and I have to admit it. This is my nature. So I'm away from social media and that feels good. Being modest, being discreet feels extremely powerful actually. So every pain, whatever I've experienced so far, is a learning process for me. I learned from it. Instead of getting hurt, why did that person cause pain to me? Why did that person have to say like that? Instead of thinking that way, it is good the person is saying. I'm trying to think about their perception. Why did that person talk about me like that? Maybe that person didn't like so and so qualities about me. And instead of working out that qualities, I I'm just fixating that I cannot change myself. So if the person is not liking me, I respect that opinion and I leave it to that point. I leave that person until that person understands me. But I have no patience to make that person understand, because what if the person cannot understand? You can't force somebody to make the person understand you. So instead, I'm leaving upon to them. Let them understand. Let them communicate whenever they want to, and it's okay. So expectation is something that I left behind. And if anyone talks to me well, definitely I'll talk to them very well. And if I feel like they don't want to talk to me again, I don't bother them. These are the life learning. These are the life progressing lessons. To be honest, I have learned in isolation, and it taught me a lot. It taught me so many things. The pain has taught me massive lessons actually, and I'm manifesting them right now. So at least I hope I'll do better in near
Yeah.
future also. Yeah,
Yeah, because after this journey, you just understood the point of surviving in this world that one
yeah,
day everything is going to vanish and we only have a few years left to be the best version of ourselves.
exactly,
So you just understood the whole point of view of life that you don't have to live to praise someone, but you have to be there for yourself.
exactly. What is the point when you try to please someone? What is the point the person is not getting pleased? And how much you're going to invest time on that, and you're forgetting yourself. It happened with me, Smiley. I forgot myself. I forgot my identity. I forgot I lost myself actually. And at some point I started hating myself. And all this pressure took toll on my mental health. And then because I got affected by COVID, my immunity dropped down a lot, and people thought I would almost die, to be honest. I
Hmm.
went into that stage of life. So I wasn't eating, I was malnourished, and then the medication caused side effect, and then instantly I gained weight. Now I'm overweight, so I'm going through physiotherapy. So because some of my body parts are not functioning properly, if I'm walking, my legs are feeling very numb. I'm unable to walk for so long. And this all this pain, I'm embracing it. I'm loving this pain, and I'm praying, God, give me more pain. I want this pain, because the more pain will make you understand who you are. You'll
Hmm.
try to understand what what is your potential, like how you can fight against that. So I'm so proud of myself that I'm doing this all by myself. My family members are coming forward to help me. I said no, I'll do it myself. Though at times I cry, I break down, and like why I'm not able to do anything in my life. But that tears are also helping me to heal.
Yeah.
So the more I'm crying, the more I'm listening to my heart. And the more power I'm getting to console my body, my soul. And the next day, I'm starting something fresh, which is beyond my surprise. So I'm in touch with to this innate power I'm obtaining. But yeah, so these are the things that is happening, and I'm so happy it's happening.
You are just turning your pain into being the best version of yourself.
Exactly. Very, very true. And I'm becoming more compassionate also at the same time. And I'm becoming very empathetic, compassionate. And I don't know from where I'm getting this patience also. Patience is something that is going extreme level. For instance, if if you won't believe it, I went to a clinic and I had to stand in a long queue. The physiotherapist was not arriving soon, so I stood in a long queue, and it was like 45 minutes. Still, I was standing there and I was waiting until the physiotherapist is going to arrive. The moment he came, he started apologizing. He's saying that I'm so sorry I made you wait. I said, it's okay. I understand. Maybe you're stuck somewhere. He was
Mhm.
surprised. He said, why you have this much patience? Somebody will shout at me, but you're like so polite. I said, it's very important to understand others'
Yeah.
perception rather thinking about yourself. Every time you should understand about others' perception.
Mm.
You can't just leave the person. Maybe the person is stuck somewhere. It's kind of emergency issue. We don't know. Very easy to judge somebody, isn't it? But if enough empathy is there to understand some person, I think the world will be in a better place. I feel like. So
Yeah.
lot of so much of greed, so much of selfishness is going. I thought it's my turn, that I'm going to absorb the greed and selfishness. I'm going to embrace that and I'll become more empathetic rather than reacting something.
Mm.
So I've become very calm. I've become very calm. I'm not answering to the messages on social media, which is revolting. I'm leaving it behind. Those days I used to answer to each and every message, but now it's like, chalo chalta hai, chhod
Yeah.
do. Maybe those people are like messaging, fine, let it be. My silence is the reply for them.
Mm.
And if some messages are genuinely so beautiful, I'm trying to respond to that. So that's the
Because
thing, Smiley. So
in this phase, all you need is yourself, and you have to be that patient that you will go through this phase very, very rapidly. And all the changes were so unexpected, but you took all of it in a positive way,
yeah,
which is a very nice.
true, very. All my family members were actually shocked seeing me. They thought maybe I'll be in a complete depression. But I came out like a strong human being rather becoming depressed. So they're like, how come Madhurima can become this strong? So I started believing in myself now.
Hmm.
And I want to believe in myself forever and ever. Whenever I used to write any piece of poem and whenever I used to post it on Instagram, I would wait for likes. How many likes I'm getting? 20 likes, 30 likes. Only 30 likes, only 40 likes. So I would compare my profile with others. Then I thought, what is the purpose of my presence in Instagram for getting likes? No, that's not my purpose. My purpose is to write. That's it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who likes, who doesn't like, how many likes, it doesn't matter. My purpose is to write. And in isolation, I got writer's block. I ran out of words. I forgot writing poems. I forgot writing stories. That's when I understood, Smiley, the pain is when you forget the things which you love to do most is extremely painful than glory.
Yeah.
Glory can follow any time. But when the skills you're forgetting, what is the point? I cried because I was not getting any words to write at all. I cried a lot that time. Then I understood that focusing on the things you love most is important than tentative glory, fame.
Hmm.
All these things are like passing clouds. Today you're famous, tomorrow some other person will come, that person will take over your seat and you will be in the back seat.
True.
So this is very temporary. Today, if Virat Kohli is a famous cricketer, some other cricketer will come and he'll take his place, and he is like a passing cloud. But as long as I'm here and I'm not forgetting to write poems, is much blissful thing, and it's a complete harmony. Now I have started writing poems, and it's in my journal. I'm revising it, I'm reading it so many times, I'm correcting the drafts again. And if something is going wrong, again I'm striking off, again I'm writing, I'm reading books now. This is what I needed, Smiley. This space I needed, to work on myself. And that space was not there when I was in social media,
Yeah.
because I was forced to put it out, everything. So some people truly, so I'm so grateful for them, truly told me, suggested me that don't put anything on social media, keep it discreet. But it was my mistake that I couldn't resist. So I started putting out myself. Now I'm respecting those suggestions and I started manifesting them. And I have really tried to implement them, and I'm in peace. Complete peace. So that is the thing.
Yeah, and I hope that you will get super fine very soon. And this this journey of yours has really been a very changing moment of your life, and you realized so many different things and you learned from it.
Yeah, exactly. So many different things, so many different things. And I've also understood who are those people standing by me, who are those turned against me. And those who turned against me, I'm also respecting them, because it is important to sometimes to get that kind of people in your life, because only then you will understand, where is your position, who is your who is the right people for you. You will understand that then. So I'm truly grateful for Team Digital Golgappa, as for that matter, and some other friends, some of my cousins. Oh my God, my cousins they are terrific. They're wonderful. The way they handle my social media is something I'm seriously, you know, flabbergasted. I cannot believe that how they are so young, very young, and still they were able to handle that negativity. They were able to handle the chaos. They tried answering everything, and finally, I only told them to become calm down, because I didn't want it to. I didn't want to make them tired and exhausted. So I said, just calm down. It's okay. Let it be. People who truly care, they will stay our side. But they were so protective towards me, like, no, let's do it. I'm just so thankful for them. Actually, they did they did amazing job in my absence. And but they were so sweet. They tried to even communicate with Team Digital Golgappa, and they told me that they are so nice, they are supportive, they are so caring. They used to give me the updates, and some negative comments, whatever happened on social media by random users, they would hide it to themselves rather telling to me. Oh, they were so mature. So seeing all those things, I understood that some people truly care. You know, it's like we are so blindfolded by external factors, we forget them. But actually, people who truly care, they will just come out like that in crucial times. And I don't want to take that kind of people for granted at all.
Hmm. So, what is the advice from your end for the budding writers in this industry?
I would advise them to keep writing rather waiting or seeking for somebody's validation. No need of validation, you know. Write what you have to write, and you have to love that writings. You need to love that writings rather than somebody, coming and admiring your work. So if you're writing a piece of poem, you should, when you read those lines, verses, you have to cry. If you're not emotionally attached to your work, then your readers won't be emotionally attached to your work. So don't wait for anybody's validation. Just keep writing and love your work. even though it is a one line, two line, three lines, whatever it is, don't hesitate. Just love your work, put it out on social media and log out. Don't wait, don't see how many people are liking it. Just log out and keep writing every day. Even though you don't know what to write, just write what happened in a day. What kind of things have you seen? What kind of conflicts have you faced in your real life situations? Just write whatever you want to and enjoy the process of writing rather rushing for something to get finished and get it published. No, not like that. Just enjoy the process, revise it, edit it, correct it, throw the paper and bang your head with that notebook, again write it. Don't publish it. Only when, until and unless you're emotionally attached to that write up, don't publish it. And once you're emotionally attached, publish it and see the magic what happens. So that is
True.
what I wanted to say.
And when had you started writing?
I started writing from my early stage of life, but I didn't publish my work anywhere. Early stage in the sense from my teens, like 15 years old, I started
Oh.
writing. Yeah, and I even wrote poems. I do have a lot of poetry books, but they've all got distributed in colleges as a in part of library or in community colleges like that. But it didn't get published anywhere in bookstore or in book market, something like that. This is the first time I'm doing it. So it
Mm-hmm.
got published in Amazon, it got published in some other international markets or something. So still I'm not able to understand all these things, but I'm enjoying this process again. Okay, so I got one step ahead of publishing the book. But I started writing from the early stage of life, like from 15 years old. So I
That's
used to recite poetry, open mic events would happen. I would go there and I would recite my poetry there. So I had some experience.
hmm.
Yeah.
And which language were writing in more?
I didn't get your question.
In which language do you write more?
I write in English mostly.
And
I write in that's it, only in English.
oh,
Not my mother tongue language is Telugu, and unfortunately, I have very weak hold on my mother tongue language. I'm so ashamed to say this, but I was born and brought up in North India states, actually. Mumbai few years, Goa few years, Delhi few years. So I have very strong, I have very weak hold on to my mother tongue language. So but though I can understand, though I can speak, but there are a lot of grammatical mistakes. Hence,
mhm.
I learned writing in English mostly.
Oh.
Yeah.
And your best poetry been from musings and memories?
The best poetry book, I don't say best yet because to be honest, I would never want to acknowledge my work as best one, but musings on life. This poetry book is something very close to my heart. Musings on life,
Mm-hmm.
because this poetry book, whatever the poems I've written in that are all the reflection of my life actually, from my teens to adult, everything. So it's been inspired by my life. So that's why this is very close to my heart. And musings and memories are the bits and chunks and pieces of others life, and I have written that.
Oh,
Yeah.
and and like, do you write poetry, just short stories and everything, or only a particular genre you stick to?
Mostly I write about love, mostly, because
Mm-hmm.
I feel like love is a beautiful emotion and people are forgetting that emotion, to be honest. Something is clouding over that emotion, expectations, ego, and when you just remove all those things and you just keep loving that person, no, it is a beautiful emotion. So I want to empower that emotion most of the time, and that is the reason why I always take love as the core genre for all my poems, and based on that only I keep writing. So love the nature, love animals, love the flower, love the water bottle, love the curtains, love everything in your house. love your mom and dad. So without love, the world will never function properly. Only,
True. Without
uh,
there's nothing.
ex- exactly. If you love your job, only you'll be able to do your job. How can you not? If you don't love your job, you cannot work at all. You'll feel very lethargic. So love is not just between two people. It's in everywhere, everywhere. So the intimacy is everywhere,
Hmm.
because when there is no love, the empathy is slowly diminishing. And I'm hating to say this, I'm seeing some people around me, they are so less empathetic, and the compassion is also slowly diminishing, and they'll just get angry like that, and they'll just throw words like that. So I'll feel very sorry at that kind of situation. So at that point of time, I'm not forgetting to love that person, and I'm not forgetting to love myself also. It's not like you will become a doorman to that person.
Yeah.
And love is an emotion that at the same time you have to be strong to yourself instead of becoming doorman to someone. So that is the emotion of love. So I want to empower that mostly, and that's the reason why that particular emotion is something that I use like a core genre to construct poems and short stories. Mostly
Hmm.
all my books, Musings and Memories, Musings on Life, Soul of Candy Heart, these three poetry books always circulate around love, love, love. This is the theme. Love the coffee, love the tea, the soft drink, love the cafe. So everything
Yeah.
is like that.
I will surely read all of the books
Yeah,
now.
thank you so much. It means a lot. You will. I hope you will love it. And poems. And also, I want to suggest that to all the budding writers, one more thing is that poetry is not something that you'll use complex language.
Hmm.
So all my poetry books don't have any complex vocabulary. It's very simple with some metaphors and with some similes. I made all my poems very simpler so that people can understand while reading it.
True.
I want people to get emotionally connected rather searching words for dictionary. I don't want people to waste time search meaning in dictionary. Instead of that, read, feel emotionally connected, and have a joyful ride with the poems. That on that In that perspective, I have constructed these poetry books.
That's great. And how does it feel being an educator?
Yeah, being a teacher, these things, to be strong, to forgive somebody, all these things I have learned from children.
Oh,
Children children are amazing. Children are very, very amazing. They forgive everyone easily. They forget everything easily. If I shout at any child, the child might cry for 2 seconds, and if I give the child candy, that same child will laugh again within 2 seconds. He would say thank you, teacher, and he would give me a hug, and he would kiss my cheeks. That the child who felt very hurt by me instantly forgiven me. So that kind of compassion I learned from children itself. So they inspire me a lot, Smiley. They inspire me to be happy. They inspire me to forgive somebody. They inspire me to enjoy every moment of life. For them, everything is precious in this world.
yeah.
If I give them a toy car, they hug that toy car, and they become so obsessed over it. And if I ask them to share it with their friends, they will obey. Okay, they'll share with their friends. They want to learn, they want to learn, keep learning. So this kind of curious mindset is only amongst children.
Mm.
Exactly, they're so curious. But if I teach them anything about apple, or about any color, about any number, so they are so eager to know what happens next. They are eager to do the activities, and if they fail in doing that activities, they don't feel bad. They'll be very happy because they did that activity. So they don't wait for any kind of reward. They're so happy that they did it, and they'll keep doing it until they become perfect. So that obsession also, that's a healthy obsession. That's a healthy obsession. So all these things I learned from children, and that is the reason why I enjoy being a teacher. I love that profession. I learn something from them, they
They
learn
learn
something from me.
from
So
you.
learning is fun.
Important to go on in life.
Yeah, exactly.
And so it was so great interviewing you, and I'm sure that I'm going to read all of the books by you
Thank you so
because I
much.
have so much about you, and even Abhishek sir told me that this all had happened with you, and I was so curious to interview you, so curious to know
Thank you.
you, and I just so pumped after interviewing you.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Thank you so much. Thank you that I'm able to do that. And also thank you for giving me the opportunity in Smiley, because you're listening to me with such patience. I thought I was talking way too much, but I
No,
really love the way how you listen to me, and
it just got
thank you so much.
and I just started feeling so I wanted to listen to you more, but the time is ending, so we will have to wrap up.
Yeah, definitely not an issue. I hope the another chance. I hope there will be another chance, and I hope you will interview me next time.
Yeah,
And also there will be an upcoming novel coming up, so I hope you will enjoy that novel.
yeah, I will surely, and I would want to interview you again. I want to ask so many more questions.
Definitely, I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, you.
Smiley, I love talking to you, and keep smiling.
Yeah, ma'am, and you
Yeah,
too.
and also on this note, I would like to thank again to Team Digital Golgappa. Thank you so much, Sabbi Ansari. Thanks to her, she's so sweet. She addresses all my concerns. And Abhishek sir, thank you sir, thank you so much. You are awesome human being. And Smiley, you are an amazing host. Thanks a lot. This is a memorable interview for me. Memorable, most memorable. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. I hope that you
Yeah,
get super fine super soon.
yeah, sure. I would with the support I'm getting from all of you. I would become fine very very soon.
It was great talking to you.
Thank you so much, Smiley. Have a
Good
great
night.
night. Yeah, have a great night, you too. Bye bye.
Bye.